Welcome, my friend.
Welcome.
Very, very welcome.
I'm Shelly.
Yuffie.
And Jocelyn.
And today, first of all, I have a question for you. What comes to your mind when I say periods or pads?
We believe you're sitting here today because you care about your girlfriend, your mother, your wife, and you yourself. Now there's a new choice for annoying period. Today we're going to introduce a new friend to you, tampon.
Tampon, your best pal.
The reason why today we can be here is to deliver some information about tampon is because we have searched for one related medical journal and two master theses, which are written by Master Wenxin Wu and Master Yi Fangxie. And in order to make sure we get the latest and the most correct information, we also did a formal interview with an obstetrician and gynecologist, Dr. Wen Fuzhu.
And during the speech, we'll cover three main characters about this new friend. The first one is comfort level, and the second one is personal hygiene, and the third one is suspicious about tampons. And we'll have Yuffie later on to share about some pros and cons about comfort level.
Comfort level is definitely an issue you will concern for those who haven't used tampons before. According to the questionnaire did by Ms. Master Wenxin Wu's thesis, many users are willing to give high credibilities to tampons and say that tampons make them feel unforgettably comfortable. I myself, who have used tampons before, can't agree with this anymore. However, we cannot deny that some people may feel pain when they try to use tampons. The interviewers' records in Master Wu's thesis shows that the interviewers had negative experience when they used tampon. Jocelyn had used tampons before.
The first time I tried tampon is when I was in my senior high school, and frankly speaking, it is hard and it was hard to put it in.
We've talked about the comfort level in using tampon. Now, but it's still a matter of opinion. Now let's move on to another issue you may also concern, which is hygiene. Welcome, Shelly.
Thank you. And according to the doctor, we have interviewed Dr. Zhu, who is professional in obstetrician gynecology. We have introduced him in the beginning, and he said that tampons are much more cleaner than pads. Clean here not only means internal hygiene but also external. That is, once you get a hand of using tampons, you know how to use it neatly rather than make a mess. And another piece of information we want to inform you is, according to Dr. Wu's article, she says that if you use the same tampons for too long without changing, you might get a TSS, which is called toxic shock syndrome. And this syndrome is caused by a bacteria called Staphylococcus aureus. And the symptoms of this TSS are sore throat, joint pain, muscle pain, and decreased blood pressure, fever, and even shock. But you don't have to worry. You don't need to worry too much about TSS because, according to Dr. Zhu, it only happens when you use the same tampon for over 8 to 12 hours.
Okay, now we know the hygiene issue and the comfort level of tampon, but you may still have a concern before you put this new product into your shopping cart. Before give tampon a shot, the question about virgin using tampon may still haunt you. Now we're going to tell you the fact of the relationship between tampon and hymen. There's always a fear among girls that using tampon may break hymen. However, the truth is, you will not break hymen unless you use tampon inappropriately. Based on Dr. Iman's study, which is published in 1994, there's no significant relationship between the breaking of hymen and the usage of tampon. Also, according to Dr. Iman's research, The hymen is a kind of flexible tissue, and the diameter of hymen is about 2.5 centimeters, while that of tampon is only 1.5 centimeters, which means you will not break hymen unless you use tampon in a proper way. And this is a comparison of the diameter of tampon and hymen.
After clarifying the misconception of the relationship between the hymen and tampons, there are two more things we want to remind you before you use a tampon. First, always wash your hands before you use a tampon, and secondly, change it at least every 8 hours to avoid getting TSS.
Okay, and we had covered 3 main characteristics about this new brand. The first one is comfort level, and the second one is personal hygiene. And the third one is suspicious about tampons. And we also shared some tips of using tampons. And now we sure you must have some question about this new friend. So don't be shy and just raise your hands. Okay, and this slide show on the screen are the reference we have studied and before we give him the speech. Okay, so time always flies when we are having good times. So well, we have the last one question, but it is also important. Do you know who your best pal is now?
Tampon, your best pal.